It is Saturday, August 25th, 2018. Thank you all for tuning into the sneedmobiletech channel. Big news coming out of Verizon, and it is definitely a negative one, some bad press here. Verizon has been documented as throttling a fire department which was responding to a California wildfire, which I believe the wildfire itself has been considered to be the largest ever in the state's history. This also implicates Lane, Hawaii, and I think it also implicates net neutrality rules. So to kind of get into the whole claim, there's going to be a lawsuit pending from Santa Clara County Fire Department. There's going to be an investigation which is encouraged by Congress, demanding the FTC to check into the issue. There's unfair, deceptive data plan throttling that was going on to the Santa Clara Fire Department, and it apparently had a huge impact on the ability of those emergency responders to provide services to the people in response to the forest fire, or to the wildfire, I should say. So now that government agencies are already up in arms with the repeal of net neutrality, and then here's this total backlash of Verizon throttling data plans of emergency responders. So Verizon had been previously receiving calls and complaints from the fire department for several months. I think this actually dates back to 2017, where the fire department had documented that the network had, gotten throttled so heavily that the usage was almost, it was almost non-usable. The fire chief had said that speeds had been reduced to the point where, the device that they were using was basically useless and was no longer effective. So Verizon does claim that this has nothing to do with net neutrality. What I would want to know is, how come this had never been mentioned or brought up by Verizon prior to this particular moment? So on June 29th, I think the fire captain wrote an email to Verizon saying that speeds had been throttled from 50 megabits per second down to 30 kbps, which makes it utterly useless, especially if we're talking about emergency responders on a fire truck. The fire captain also complained to the fire chief back in 2017, saying that the throttling was so severe that they couldn't use the actual connection. I think this persisted in July of this year, where speeds and connectivity continued to be an issue. Verizon's response at that time was that the fire department was going to have to pay on a per gig basis after using 25 gigs of LTE, and they would be paying $8 per gig after the 25 gig data cap. And at this point, Verizon has since responded, and they have since apologized for the issue, but they simply claim that this is a customer support mistake. So Verizon has apologized to the fire department, which the fire department rejects the apology. They have moved the fire department to a more expensive option, as they recommended that the fire department should have done before, but what they're doing now is they're not going to be charging them. So this is basically damage control on Verizon's behalf. They're no longer going to be throttling any emergency responders in California or Hawaii, so no throttling, no caps. They're going to give them priority on the network, no speed restrictions, to allow them to help with, helping people during times of natural disasters, hurricanes, tornadoes, fires, and things like that, and at no extra cost. So this, that kind of being, I guess, the tip of the iceberg, and here's kind of the fallout. So Verizon is going to try their best to kind of create this damage control situation. They actually have announced a new unlimited plan with no caps on mobile solutions, and this includes priority access for emergency responders. So this will be an easy to upgrade situation where there is no additional cost for emergency responders, but we don't have much for details at this point. Now, I have been looking for more of these details from the reports, but I've been unable to find it. But as of right now, it looks like it's probably going to be restricted only to first responders. So I've been hearing from some people, I've been reading some posts, I've been looking at some of the articles and comments in the comment sections of those articles. There are some people that are speculating that these truly unlimited data plans that Verizon is going to offer are going to be available to all people. I just don't think that's going to be the case. I think it's going to be specifically for emergency responders. It's not for like regular civilians. They're going to be giving the priority. They're going to be removing all caps and all throttling for emergency responders only. So you're not going to be able to call Verizon and say, hey, put me on this priority unlimited data plan with no restrictions. It's not going to work like that. I just can't see that happening. If it did, I think that's pie in the sky. It would be awesome, but it just doesn't seem like Verizon would be willing to do that at this point. So I think people need to just think about it, using common sense. Verizon's not going to do that. This is going to be unlimited plans for emergency responders, and that's what I think we can expect. But, you're more than welcome to speculate. I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on the development of the story and Verizon's response to the issue. So let me know. Drop me a line in the comment section below. I'd like to hear what you guys have to say. So again, I read all of your replies. I try to reply myself when I can. So I look forward to hearing what your thoughts and opinions is there. So thank you all for tuning in. Make sure that if you haven't done so already, there is a link in the description below for the new channel, sneedmobiletech live streams, for Friday live streams. That'll be there. Also, if you'd like to support the channel, there's a link in the description below for a PayPal donation. All considerations are appreciated. And a link to the Patreon page for Sneedmobiletech on Patreon. Consider giving some support there. So thank you all for tuning in. Please like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Ding the bell to be notified whenever I upload new content. This is Sneed from Sneedmobiletech, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.